Now it's like this. What's the problem?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're talking all things cigars and where they go. From factory to hand, the stories told by voices in the know. We sit and listen to the people who buy. Their thoughts and stories light the industry sky. Without them, there would be no reason why. Welcome to the factories of sound, where consumer voices all come around. Their experiences shake the ground.
Morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
I got it. Yeah, hold on.
Well, so I don't know what happened, but he was saying.
I'm all in the chat. I'm in the chat.
He was saying over here that he failed to play the intro video. I don't know why. Something I did wrong for sure. But I was watching on Instagram, so I don't know. So anyways, guys, today is the celebration, I guess, and a big giveaway for 1,000 subscribers in YouTube. You know, as promised, we had to do it. Only 1 week, but we had to do it. So
what? Glenn is up.
How long? Oh, I called him.
Glenn is awake.
Holy by the way, guys, if I can find this, because again, I'm new to this team. This will be.
I know Rob is up. There is no way that's true. It's Pedro running the Hayes Gray account. There's no way that's true.
Or Valerie, one or the other. But anyway, type hashtag 1,000. Spell it right. Well, spell it. Do the name. You know, the 1,000.
Look,
so,
Val's awake.
what I'm gonna do is try to do. You guys talk a little. I'm gonna try to go and please let this team work this time for the giveaway. So. Everybody knows you guys, but introduce yourself when I'm doing this. So like this, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Gary, you go ahead. Everybody knows me.
Well, so I'm the not so infamous Smokey G Misfit, Factory Reserve sales representative. Not much more to say after that. Cigar lover, not an aficionado, but I'm working my way towards that. And starting off this morning with my very last cigar from the March Great Smoke event that I bought from the factory, our factory, and that's the Better Than Cuban.
Oh yeah,
marvelous way to start your day.
It really is. Yeah, I grabbed. I did a Shadow Warrior this morning.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
You start out nice and toasty. I still got to go to the gym. This is too freaking early-ish. So last week, Tanya's like, "Are you getting on?" I'm like, I didn't get home. It was a 12-hour trip back from Los Angeles to South Carolina. So by the time I got in, the time changed, man. I didn't see shit last Monday. Nothing. There was no getting up. I tried. I thought about it, but it didn't happen.
Nice. Well, it is working. The giveaway tool is working. As soon as I put what happened last time, I forgot to go live on Facebook and Instagram. It was only, it was not saying go live. It was only saying record. But again, it's the first time I did it anyway by myself with nothing being over there. To touch the button.
You've got it with a comma. Mm-hmm. Is everybody's getting in there because there's a lot of people not putting it in. They
better put a comma.
And only one of the guests has fucked it up.
Yeah.
Smokey G. Put a little comma in there.
Guys, it's like this with the comma right there. Otherwise, it will not count.
You're welcome, Val.
It's too early. It's too early.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, so far it's 15 entrance, so not too bad for a Monday morning. So anyway, guys, anyways, so talking about cigars and what you guys smoke, Aldi, what you started smoke? cigars?
It was about golfing. I was golfing with my best friend. It was literally back in the early '90s. We had a restaurant, and my best friend was did deliveries. He worked with me, and we would go golfing every day. And one day we stopped at the gas station and grabbed some Garcia Vegas and the little plastic tubes, and yep. And that's how I started smoking. And then I got introduced to real cigars, and it was a Vegas 5. So that was the first actual cigar that I smoked. And it went on to Macanudos, and I got hooked on Macanudos for years. And then I wanted something different because the Robustos just didn't do it for me. My palate was changing, and then it just exploded from there. So, but I love it for this. I love it for the brotherhood and, and the sisterhood, the people that are with us, the community. That's what it's all about. I love so much about this.
That's good. What about you, Gary?
Well, kind of sounds like it's around the same time frame. I had a cigar or two, as a teenager, but in the '90s, I went to work in the casino industry, and we would get off. We would kind of plan. We had a place that used to be TGI Fridays. It's now called the Blind Tiger here in town, and we'd get off work at 2 a.m. and grab our cigars and go sit at the bar and order a black and tan with a Jameson back and sit around. And that's back in my drinking days, but sit around at the bar and back then I would get that Monte Cristo in the glass tube with the wax sealed top. I could sit up there in my business suit and act like I was somebody.
Nice.
But yeah, that was Monte Cristo was my go-to in those days.
If we know your story, you came out of the womb drinking wine, smoking cigarette.
That's how it happened. That's how it happened. It was 9 months, and I said, you know what? I want to
This
be a
time,
little
I'm
here.
old enough.
But yeah. So, and because it's the Factory Reserve podcast, what do you guys think about the Factory Reserve monthly subscription?
Oh,
I love it when I remember to buy it. I'm terrible. I thought I signed up for it, and then the charge wasn't going through. It was a nightmare. I made a mess out of it, but I absolutely love it. I love the idea of getting stuff that is most of it's stuff that we can't get anywhere. It's a tease, I'll tell you that. It's a terrible tease, knowing that I can't. I'm like, God damn.
You know a guy that you can call and say, yeah, I need a $5. So
Yeah.
the only thing that the price will be increased a little. That's how
Yeah.
the Factory Reserve makes a little money back. So, what about you, Gary?
wow, same. Last month is the first month that I have ordered more than one, but I have been a member since day one, and getting it monthly. And as soon as it went, I believe I haven't missed one yet. And as soon as you did add the subscription, I got on it, and I was fortunate enough to buy 3 from last month, and and wow, what can I say? All of them have been wonderful, and I still haven't tried. I know what the TPA one's going to taste like, I believe, because I was in the rolling class, so I got to taste a couple of those then, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
But I'm looking so forward to that new Banff size. I'm not going to call it the Vitola. I mean not the new Banff, the new size for the Blood of Vlad. Going to the Toro non-box press and see what that's like, because I know how much I love the box press as it is. So, but that's
It's interesting. A non-box press on that.
It's going to be a 54x6, and it is a 54x6. But what happened that it was only 4 days or 5 days the cigar was made, before I see it. So somebody said, "Oh, it's still was. Yeah, it's fresh. You have to leave it a little bit, but not too bad.
What made you decide that?
Well, it's the funny thing. I never want to do it, and in September 5th, a friend of mine called me and he told me, hey, guess which day is today? I said, September 5th. He told me, what else? I said, well, I know it's not your birthday. I know it's not my birthday. I know you married already. Are you getting divorced or something? No. I said, so what happened? He told me it's the 5th year, consecutive 5 years in a row, telling you to do a monthly subscription for Banff. And I say, absolutely no, because even if we have, tons of faces in Banff, it's gonna get to probably 4, 5, 6 months that it will be repeat cigars. And to repeat cigars, you just buy it online, or in the stores, in the lounges, or whatever it is. Yeah, it will be a little cheaper, but that will be it. So he made me think, and I said, you know what? Let me start to call people. So I call everyone. They agree. I say, I pay for the cigar, I pay for the bands, I pay for everything. Obviously, you don't get in the money because I'm losing money, but you get exposure. Everybody say, go ahead and do it. And that's how I do it. And for $35, I should, cut my hand when I was typing, because $35, it doesn't cut it, between the feeling, this and that. But it's good. Everything is good. So that's what I do it. That's what I did it. And man, it's kind of like a way for me, asking questions when the questions are always asked to me. So that so anyway, so what you guys looking in a cigar? Well, obviously construction, price, whatever it is, but what is the factor that incline you to buy this cigar or this other cigar, this brand or the other brand? What are you looking for?
Oh man, that's there's so many there's so many pieces to that. For the most part, I love the complexity of the small batch stuff. I just love the games that you guys play with the tobacco, and everybody trying to get something different out of it. And I mean, you get a steak. There's only so many ways to cook a steak, and but it's like the ingenuity of being able to make that steak not taste like anybody else's steak is so wild to me. And it's the recipes. We've talked forever about you guys being about master blenders being chefs, and that's for me. That's what I love is looking for those specific flavors. I know what I don't like, but I don't like there's not much. You know what I mean? A cigar is either going to be good, great, or I'm never smoking it again. And I find more good and great cigars and than those I'm never going to smoke again. I just avoid those. But I like complexity. For sure.
What about you, Gary?
Yeah, I'm that simple cigar smoker. When I pick one up and get into it, I'm not looking for particular notes and all that. We've talked about this before. I'm not really a note definer, and now I'm learning the complexities of cigars, as John talks about. I say learning it. I really got back into cigars 3 years ago. So just trying to define certain things is not there for me yet, unfortunately. But to sit back and like this BTC, I haven't had a BTC, I guess, in about 3 months now. I've been sitting on this one and saving it. I didn't know it was for today, but like I said, it's my very last one from the trip down there for the Great Smoke. Out of the batch that yes, sir.
I mean, the same one.
And, but I had kind of forgotten the flavor of it. And just now, I don't know if anybody watched, but I took that big old puff in and I was going, oh my God, there it is. It's so good. So
there's that familiarity. There's a familiarity in that sense. And it's funny was trying to pick Ish's, his signature. It took a while.
Yeah.
It took a while, but I found a signature.
That's a good question. Somebody brought that up before. What is it in each cigar that gives you that? There is that signature flavor in the Ishmael blends all the way. And of course, he's not going to tell us, but it's there. And it is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it is people like you guys that they know me for a while, and of course you, Aldi. Is like I don't know how many times, numerous times, you tell me, you say you have something to do with this cigar. I say why, and you say it has your signature. I say how you know? I say I don't know, but I know you can. So when you know me for a while, smoking the cigars, yes, you can. It's almost not immediately, but when it's something that tastes different, you say, well, I know who made it, But so, a question for you guys: it's just simple. It's true or false that a good cigar is depending on price?
Bullshit.
False. Nope. False.
Good. That was an easy one.
Yeah.
That gave me guys about 5 seconds. So
Yeah.
let's go to the next question.
The worst
It's
cigar-
it's fun that you even say that because I've got a friend whose fiance is all about that. Like I've dropped some pretty fucking good stuff on him, and if it doesn't have that Davidoff signature on it, it doesn't have the Monte Cristo, doesn't have this, doesn't have, I'm like, all right, bro, you're missing the boat. I will half the price and blow your mind with some of the stuff that I will hand you. Price, and it's 1,000% price does dictate whether it's gonna be a good cigar. I've gotten $100 cigar that was, if I would have been pissed if I paid 15 for it. Thankfully, I won that cigar. I didn't buy it. I'd still be pissed.
See, on the other side of it, I bought one that was, and I don't know if I ruined it. How my first Lancero ever, and it was absolutely terrible.
Well, I can tell you that somebody gifted me what it was probably about 4.5, 5 years ago, a $750 cigar, and I say, "Are you sure?" I said, "Well, it was, I don't know if he wanted or whatever. I don't know what it was the deal with it." I say, "I hope that you didn't spend the money. You spend the money, send it back to you. I don't want to smoke it." And yes, because it's a price tag in your brain already saying this is gonna be the shit, and actually it was the shit, but in the so it's
On
like,
the other side.
I say like, wow, yeah. So but I have a friend, well, multiple friends, but he's one in Spain that he told me one day, the guy is a multimillionaire. They have tons of vineyards, they have, a potato. He's a farmer, but he has a lot of money. I mean, a lot of money. And you see him on the street, and you will give him a couple bucks to buy a burger or something because he dressed whatever. Say, buddy, with all the money that you have, and I will never forget this. And this happened about 20 years, 25 years ago. And he told me like this, which is not the truth, but it makes sense. He told me only poor people dress with brand names. People that have money doesn't have to show that they have money. People that don't have money is the one that they have to brag about what I have. And actually makes sense. You're not going to see all these people, with all these names and watches and this. They don't need to. They have the money. They don't need to. So, but yeah,
I can honestly say, in all the cigars I've smoked, the only one that was over $100 that was as advertised was the one that I smoked with Brian from Big Fellas at Ish's house. He gave us these cigars that were. He said it's gonna be like smoking a cloud, and it truly was. It was absolutely. It was amazing.
But that's one of the kind, and that's it. You're not gonna find like for instance, we're not saying names, but every year when it comes from, no, every year is different animal or whatever. The year of the dragon, the year of the rat, the year of the snake, the year of whatever, and people pay between $50 all the way to $150 a cigar. Is worth it, or you rather to spend that $150 in 10 different cigars, sometimes 15 cigars, or in a box that you like?
Well, considering it's probably the same cigar as last year, they just changed the name.
Well, yeah, most of them. It's
Different band, yeah. Just
go ahead, Gary.
just put the new Vitola on it.
Yeah, which is fun, it amazes me when you go to a lounge and you see people that for the fact that they never smoke in their life, but for some reason they want to go over there and they just go to the highest price tag because it should be the smoothest, should be the nicest, the whatever, and they totally confused and they refuse the help of the tobacconists over there or the people in charge of no, I do this, I do that, and they just go just because of the price, and I'm like, okay, and but it's people for every, like colors,
yeah,
and like things, But,
when I first started smoking cigars again, I would walk into a humidor, and if somebody walked in to help, they would say, what do you like? What are you looking for? Normally, I would say something like, it's random choice day. What do you suggest?
Yeah.
What do you like? I want to try something new. I don't care what it is. And I don't have a particular flavor. Or taste bud, I guess, per se. I love trying my favorite cigar is the next new one I'm going to try.
Absolutely. Yes. Now, what's better for you guys? No, I know that you want to tell me depending the mood, but in general, what you rather to do? Go to a lounge, pick up a cigar, sit with friends, smoke, or be in your house, could be in your office, in your patio, in the backyard, in the garage, like I am right now, whatever, and smoke a cigar by yourself, just reading a book, watching TV, or going through reels. What you ready to do most often? Go out or stay home and smoke a cigar?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, stay home.
So, well, and I'll start this one off. So I'm sober 23 years. I don't really go do lounges a lot. Now I do now more since I'm a sales representative and I've spent more time in a lounge in the past 6 months than I have in 23 years. But and enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sat around the second lounge I went to as a factory rep. I was sitting across the room, kind of just by myself having a cigar, and the owner had a group of people around him, and I didn't want to bother him. And the next thing I know, he's talking to me across the room, including me in the conversation. And that was amazing. It was all because of this right here. He had no idea who I was, why I was there. And I'm just sitting there across the room, and whatever actually the topic was, I want to say the mineral water I like to drink, the Topo Chico. And he just, he asked a question across the room, and from there on, we made our acquaintance. It was pretty neat. And so, but,
and my experience is a little different with that, Gary. I agree with you about being in the lounge, but I think honestly, the funny thing is all my friends are online. So it's like I always say, it's like having that girlfriend that's in Canada. You know what I mean? But so I don't have a ton of cigar smokers here in my area that I would just call them and say, hey, bro, let's go for a cigar kind of thing. And where we meet up at the lounge. And that's on me. I could make that happen just by going to the lounge and meeting people there. But I'm happiest when I'm home with it. Because sometimes when you're at the lounge, I don't know a lot of reps that just go and hang out at the lounge and not work. Like, I don't know how to, I'm trying to figure out how the hell to turn that off where you're not actually working every time you go to the lounge to just enjoy yourself. You know what I mean? Because I'm sitting back already thinking, all right, is this going to work? Is this going to work? Is this going to work? I got to come back. I got to find the owner or the manager. So my brain's always going like that. So to sit at a lounge just to go and smoke doesn't happen. It's not going to happen by myself. I'm going to go to work mode when I walk in, and it's just going to be that way. If I do want to hang out, I'll go to my local and I'll walk in and just at Tobacco Merchant, and I'll look at Justin and go, what do I want? And he'll tell me there's nothing good in, nothing new has come in. And usually he posts everything that came in new for the week. So if it's something that catches my eye, I'll head over. But most times I'll just see what he throws me and I'll smoke it. And I have to be careful because he has gotten me on occasion. And I'm like, why would you let me smoke this? And he's like, sometimes you got to smoke a shitty cigar, bro, and reset that palate. I said, you could have saved me fucking 2 hours. This thing is but it's about the people at the lounge. And you're right about that. The community aspect of it, of that owner including you. That's a great owner. You know what I mean? In my eyes, that's someone who really is about the community, about bringing to that.
He had no idea that he was my target that day. He really didn't. And I was in there trying to learn the lounge and who was the owner. I'd been to one of the sister locations, and they told me about that one and who the owner was. And I just kind of walked in there to get the feel of the place, and there was too many people in there for me to go to the bartender and say, who is the owner and is he here? I didn't want to do that at the time. I just, like I said, getting the feel of the place, and it just all fell into place while I was there. kind of per se. And the other store that I've been going to for several years has only one lounge out of the 5 stores. And so I go out there and I sit and I talk with the aficionado, and still banging my head against the wall there. There was, but anyways, I've been to several events there, and so I know the owner, the aficionado, and I'll go run out there on a Tuesday and sit down, and I don't do that often. I'm like you, John. This is my community right here online for cigar smoking. Now this is me, where you're going to find me every day of the week. I'm not out there running the roads. I don't have to worry about other drivers. I'm bad enough, but I don't have to worry about how bad their driving is. And I usually have a decent humidor to select from here. I know I'm fixing to have a great humidor again because the factory reserve will be here in a couple of days. So I'm looking forward to it. So, but yeah.
So are you guys? Well, go ahead, Aldi.
I have seen the opposite side of the lounge. When I went in and we talked about, I was very nice, very well put together humidor, bought a couple cigars, and said to the girl working at the what do you call it? I said, "Hey, is the owner around?" By chance, I knew who the owner was, and she says, "Yeah." She goes, "He's here," and she said, "I said, can you just let him know if I could steal 5 minutes of his time?" Because I was in the area. It was a couple hours away, and I just wanted to introduce myself, throw him a couple samples, and go from there. Give my contact information. So I just saw it as an opportunity. So I'm sitting down, I'm smoking, and nothing. Almost 45 minutes go by. I said to the girl, I said, "I hate to be a pain in the ass." I said, "But did you get a chance to say something to the owner?" She's like, "Yeah, he's sitting right over there. He's playing dominoes." And I told him you were here. He was sitting in front of me and never turned once to look at me. Had taken breaks while they were playing, like full on breaks where he could have just turned around and said, "Hey bro, what's up? I'm so and so, whatever," and went back to playing the whole time. I said, "This place is not worthy of what I'm bringing to the table." And I got up and I didn't say a word. I just got up and I left. And now I know. Yep. But that was the first time that ever happened. I've never had that before.
It kind of sucks, right?
I was getting as time was ticking, I was getting madder and madder and madder. And I'm like, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to say something, but it just fucked up.
It is. I don't know if sometimes they do that purposely, just to see, to test your patience, or they just do because actually they don't give a fuck and say, "You know what? You need me, I don't need you, so fuck you. When I'm done, and I will say hello to you whenever I think."
Yep.
Probably
I might be that guy.
That's the comment right there.
Something. Yeah, I might be that guy to walk over and slip something in his pocket and go, "Let me show you what you'll never have in your store." Bye.
Yeah, that's it right there. It's about catching a vibe when you're in the lounge.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yep.
So guys, coming to cigars, what country and why is your favorite? If it's not a blend for different countries, just for one country, which country you will pick and why?
It's not a fair question.
It is a fair question.
It's a favorite. That doesn't mean that it's the best cigar, or that is the thing that you only will smoke for the rest of your life. But you can say, well, Nicaragua, because I like a little more, like people call spicy. Or I like more Dominican Republic because it's a little more mellow. Or I like Honduras because it's in between. Or like, if you have to choose one, right now I put 3 cigars, 3 different countries in front of you, and you don't know anything about the cigar, but only the countries coming from. Which one it will be your first pick?
Transylvania.
Good answer, Gary. Good answer.
What are you gonna do?
That was good, man. That's happened when I don't have writing questions at all, and you just come in whatever. Man, your answer is like a 2 or 3 seconds. What the hell? Yeah. So, how was your weekend, guys?
Well, I mean, what are you going to do? This community that's on this podcast right now has been blessed to not be stuck with I'm super blessed I want to say I'm a young cigar smoker because I'm coming back to the world. Back in the '90s, yeah, would smoke one cigar every couple of weeks, and it was always the same Monte Cristo. I just happened to walk in and find I tried a Macanudo one time, and it was probably one of their strongest, and it was probably a very good cigar back, but it was way too much for me as a new cigar smoker back then. And whatever that Monte Cristo was, I couldn't tell you which one it was. It's probably not in production anymore. It was just perfect. And but now I've been, not only Ishmael's, but I've had many cigars. That worst cigar I've ever had was the Opus X Lost City Lancero. It wasn't the worst I've ever had, but it was the worst $100 cigar I've ever had. And yeah.
I'm
But-
50-50. I'm 50-50 on $100 cigars. One
Yeah,
was,
well,
one was phenomenal, thank you ish. The other one was
It's
but
like
I've been blessed to have the tobaccos that you've introduced me to.
Mhm.
So, that spoiled me. I am so spoiled.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, and I will say, Ish, if it depends on the mood, but for me, I'm going Nicaraguan all the time. It's what I do. But I know what I'm going to get when I choose it. Usually, I know what I get, at least in the ballpark, what I'm going to get when I choose origin. And it's if the Dominican, I love the Dominican tobacco for that little bit, that little bit of floral, that little bit of a little more sweetness in the tobacco, and then I'm looking for that point. But I've also had stuff that you and Doctor have made that have been like, what the fuck? This is all Dominican, and it is absolutely whipped my ass. But I'm so accustomed to the Nicaraguan that it is such a comfort thing for me when I grab it, and it's one of those things. Like there's some really unique Nicaraguan tobacco that I absolutely love.
Absolutely, yes. And if you notice lately, I mean in the past 2-3 years, before everybody, they do it. Dominican tobacco, they proud to be Dominicans, or just that. Nicaragua, the same thing. Honduras, the same thing. Ecuador, Costa Rica, you name it. But now, lately, you see a lot of Nicaraguan factories introducing some Dominican tobacco in their blends, and vice versa.
Yep.
Dominican putting some.
I know a guy that was all Dominican that decided to introduce a little bit of Nicaraguan into his stuff, and he's going to go unnamed. But holy shit! As soon as I smoked it, I called him and I was like, "Bro, there's Nicaraguan in this," and he's like, "You guess?" Because I'm so used to his line. When he added the Nicaraguan, it was so pronounced. It was so different. So I dig that.
Oh, but in fact, that's what it's called a blend, right? You just call it cigar, but a blend is this, blend things, So there's too many things that you can do. But yeah, adding different countries, I believe it give you more for your money, for your experience, because it's not just one thing, It's like I don't think that too many people go out to a restaurant and they just have, and later you full or whatever, have just one thing. You will have a side with something, maybe an appetizer. There's no, I want a steak and just a steak. I want fish, just fish. Don't put nothing. Don't put potato. Don't put, I don't know, asparagus. Don't put nothing. I don't think that people do that. People like to go around and say things with a cigar. That's what I think.
And I'm curious for myself because I was smoking. If I was never introduced to Family by Loyalty, because that was my first boutique cigar, and that small company that was my first one. If I was never introduced to them, I wonder where I would be in this whole journey of smoking. Would I still be stuck on the big company, big label, Gurkha, Rocky Patel, Fuente, all that? I wonder if I would be.
Most probably.
Right. And I'm beyond thankful that Miyagi gave me that cigar, because that Jerry changed my life, and it showed me what cigars could be.
Yeah,
right.
And it's another thing. I believe that since Instagram Lives, Discord, of course, the famous March of 2020, call it COVID-19, call it pandemic, call it bullshit, however you want to call it, is when we had nothing to do and we came over here to this, whatever you want to call it, platforms, and start to talk. And people start to introduce themselves with the cigar that they smoke, and it's when everyone start to do more. Otherwise, probably if it was not to social media, most probably you're right. People will be just smoking wherever they go to the lounge, and that's it.
Yeah.
The guy that smoked David, it will be just David. The people roque patela, to the fuente. Most of those
Well,
people loyal, they will not change or try nothing else, which is amazing. You know? But
Well,
another
see-
thing, you will give that. This is two sides of the coin, because I know that you guys will give at least 2, if not 3 opportunities to a cigar, because it could be that it was bad that day, the cigar could be bad, the weather could be bad, the shipping could be bad. But you do that with cigars that are what, 10, 12, 15, maybe up to $20. But what about that one that you smoked that it was $100 Lancero and you didn't like it?
I'll never go back.
How you would go back?
I'm not. No way. And like I
No.
said, I won the one that I got, and not a chance. Not a chance. It's not worth the money. Not worth the money.
So
So
that's
for
go ahead.
me,
Go ahead.
I have had other Opus X's that not as expensive, that were very good, and the aficionado in my stores here locally he said, look, you don't have to. These are better than those, but I would, I will give that cigar another chance. It was my very first Lancero, and I believe I smoked it incorrectly. And when I say that, I've learned on a Lancero to take it a lot slower than a normal cigar. And
You
for
have-
me, I'd see, and I
You
didn't know that. And I think I burn it way too fast and way too hot. I'm just trying to, in retrospect, figure that out. But it just was so bitter and nasty, and I just can't see that cigar being that way. And Ish, we've talked about this. The very first Blood of Vlad I ever smoked, I traded with somebody else. They sent me a Blood of Vlad, and I don't. It's not the first Banff cigar I'd had, I don't believe, but it is the first Blood of Vlad, and it was bad. I didn't lie to you about it. It was terrible. And but I also told you, I said I will be buying more, because can't everybody that I smoke cigars with in this community be raving about that cigar, and I don't like it. I mean, that could happen, but I don't see it happening that way, because most of the people that love it, we all like the same cigars, and so now that is one of my absolute favorite cigars, and I'm.
Yeah, but it happens, it happens. And most of the times, cigars is like subliminal messages, How many times somebody watch a movie that you couldn't because you're working or because you're in vacations or whatever, you have to watch this movie, it's the best movie ever, blah, blah, blah. It's only in the series, whatever. So you go to the cinema, you pay your 20 or who knows, not to go to the movies, it costs you $50 between, a soda and a popcorn and the ticket. Sit over there, 5 minutes later. I used to say, well, they told me it was amazing. It was the best of the best, the cherry on top of the cake.
Yep.
So sometimes we put things in our minds that they're not there, to be honest. But
Everyone thinks Rue is up. I'm telling you, that's Val. No fucking way. That's Rue.
Well-
Val's running 2 accounts right now.
well, as a matter of fact, yesterday night, we were until past midnight. And Rue, well, it was 11 his time. He was telling Valerie and Pedro, you better get up for this giveaway. And Val said, as long that you make coffee and come back to bed, we can watch bed.
Yep.
I
So,
was just
I was
fixing to
with-
tell that story.
I talk to Rue every day, and that motherfucker doesn't text me back until 9, 10 o'clock. There's no fucking way he's up.
Too much. So because we don't have sponsors and we will not have sponsors, this is not for sponsorship or whatever. Now, anyone who want to promote whatever and they want to, Ace, can you put my cigar in your podcast and give the winner my number or whatever? That will be up to you guys, but it will not be sponsors. So it's no commercials, but I'm gonna show you what the winner it will take. So that's my commercial.
Listen.
Well,
Just to prove me wrong, he texted me.
so the winner will take hold. It will be the cigar rest.
That is badass.
Wow, it is.
And it will be a new one. This is mine. So the new one, it says over here, Banff. It will be the ashtray.
Ah,
Cigar, right?
God, I love that ashtray.
That is cool. Did you
I
epoxy
want
the
that
inside
ashtray.
too?
It will be a teaser, depending the sizes and colors that you guys choose. I have it, or I will have to wait until the new
And
one.
listen, for anybody that thinks that Ish goes to bed, you're out of your fucking mind. He just stays up all night doing this shit. This is what happens.
I know
Yeah,
go to bed.
I go to bed at sometime, I've actually stayed on as late as 1 o'clock in the morning and Ish and some of the guys. And then I usually get up around 6 a.m. and he is still going strong. So don't.
I've texted him when I was working. I'd get up. I'd be up at 5:15, and I would text him at 6 o'clock, and he would tell me that he hadn't even been to bed yet. And I'm like, that tracks.
Yeah. So the next one that it will be is a flash. You just for whatever you want to do with it. Everything for one guys, or lady, a mohawk. You don't want to smoke it, it's a conversation piece. Anyways, keep coming. I'm going to show you, so it's not a this is this month 6 cigars. I'm not going to show you what is inside because nobody have it yet. So that's the factory reserve. That will be for the winning as well.
Surprise.
Why not? It will be a box of the pure African.
Oh,
Not the commercial, guys.
oh,
It will be a box. Area 51.
oh.
Gary, have you had an Area 51 yet?
I have had
It is-
here.
It's really-
wait a minute. Yeah, let me.
I smoked one at his lounge last February.
Oh
I
my
smoked one at his
gosh.
lounge, and everybody was like, "What are you smoking?" The
Yeah.
aroma that came off of that cigar had everybody stopping in that lounge. Yeah.
You got.
Box of the
I
canines,
have.
which I know a person over here that love it.
Yeah, that thing is. I love that box.
So I have
And
a
Uh-huh.
whole box full of samples in there.
Uh-huh.
I don't touch them. Those are for
Oh,
when
no.
I go out and
I know that's you got to test the product. You got to make sure they're good.
And that's the
I
last
don't
one.
touch them.
The Seville 1676 box.
Oof, that is beautiful.
Oh, just this alone is like a $250. So just this alone. So one winner takes all. And that was my commercial break, guys. So
Yeah.
And we're coming up on the. Oh no, we're not.
Yeah. But Gary, no joke. When I got my first box of samples from him, I was looking at it. I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And he's like, "Bro, those are the samples." I said, "I have never. You have to smoke some of the stuff in there if you've never smoked it before."
No, I agree. If I had
you gotta know.
stuff in there that I hadn't smoked, I would go,
Yeah.
"Ish, I'm going to try this so I can testify to it." And he's already told me that. But no, I've had, everything that I have tried. So
I'll tell you a funny story about that. So I had all the samples from him, and I had a lounge that was supposed to have a cut and light with another company that I had, and that dude completely blew him off, robbed him. You guys may have seen that post a while back, and he called me. The owner called me. He says, "What am I going to do?" I said, "Give me a minute." And I called Ish. I said, "I'm taking the samples down. I'll send you the license. I'm taking the samples down. I'm going to sell them at the event." And I had more than enough stuff to get him through the event with all the Banff stuff. So it was great. So I sold out of all of my Banff, like because of how he does things. And yeah, there's stuff in there that you're gonna have to try in order to be able to talk about it.
Some of them is
So
really
I'm-
different, that's for sure.
I'm his
Go ahead, go
newest
ahead.
rep. Yeah, I'm his newest rep. And I'm besides surgery, I had just come off of surgery and trying to revamp some things. I actually had to go back to doing some physical labor to restock my finances to be able to afford to get out there and send his stuff around. But within my city here, my lounges here, I've run into, and you run into this roadblock, I'm sure, the ones that are like, they don't sell, but they just don't sell. And I keep, I did happen to get a cigar, into the 5 stores that I'm really trying to hit hard in my city that I've actually been purchasing from years. I walked in there several years ago and said, try this cigar. I'm not here to sell it to you, but if you'll get it in here, I will buy it. Well, it ended up down the road. They thought I was going to be the rep for it. And when some things happened with that particular company, that has now caused backlash for me as as a rep for Banff. And I'm slowly working my way in. I went to their big event, and the owners come up to me at that event and talk to me. And what are you doing? Oh, well, come and see me. But the aficionado, to not step on his toes, I went and saw him a few weeks later and said, hey, the owners, and he got really kind of upset with me. I can't believe you went over around. I said, didn't go around you, after he rant and raved, and, I let him vent. Didn't go around you. Here, try this. I handed him a blood of Vlad. I said, dude, I got some stuff for you. But he's the one that's gun shy of me because of that last event where he thought, or, last company that he thought I was going to rep for. And I had a whole nother job in a whole nother world. And I was just a customer that said, if you'll get this cigar in your stores, I'll buy it. And they did. They bought 4 faces for every store, all 5 stores. And so I don't know how many boxes he bought of each face, but I wish I'd have been repping at that time. That might have been a nice little hit for me.
You go. And by the way, guys, both of you rep Banff, of course, and other people or whatever it is. But today's consumer, so you're not reps. So put your hashtag. You win. It's totally okay. It's totally
John's getting his phone.
Okay, so yeah,
Fuck yeah.
guys, it's how it is. They are just consumers like you guys are. So far, it's only 32 entries. Too bad.
John, thanks for making me correct my 1,000 there, brother.
Right?
But yeah,
Pat says, don't tell Gary.
Don't tell you twice, right?
My humidor's kind of empty there, Pat.
No, it's a good giveaway. And yeah, it was a comment yesterday saying that it should be for more than one person. But again, look, Ruth. He's a bullshit.
Bullshit.
But I know that it could be, multiple, like 2 or 3 winners, but it's just once every so often, it's a 1,000.
Mason, you fucked up the hashtag, Mason.
Yeah, fix your hashtag. Put that comment in there, Mason. See, we are here to help.
Yeah. Those ladies, Mason.
Come on, Pat. We've known each other a long time. Ease up on a fella.
Mason's only been up for a few minutes.
He's still making coffee.
Yeah. You're a better man than me, because I don't know if I would comfortably let someone fucking go off on me about that interaction you had without just telling them to go fuck themselves and heading out the lounge. I ain't built like that anymore.
Well,
you don't got to. You're retired. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, and I am semi-retired. I took Social Security early, and but besides that, so me and him are friends. That's the deal. We were friends before I tried to do. I don't want to screw that up. He's the person that has actually given me my first real Cuban cigar. And then I turned around and set that same. This is how I know it was a real Cuban, because I was sitting on Ishmael's back porch. Well, he walked out and handed us all the same Bolivar. And so I've had that Cuban Bolivar twice. And I was able to smoke it at Ishmael's porch after that and go, wow, that was a real Cuban he handed.
Yeah. So you can get some real Cubans. And if people, more in 2018 and things like that, with the embargo was a little lift for a while only. So a lot of people got it. And it's totally legal. You bought it back then. Now you cannot bring it now. Which I have, it's no friend like I met him in person, nothing like that. But this guy went to Cuba, and he asked me, and I say, you only can bring about 50, maybe up to 100 cigars back then. Today you can even bring one. Oh, but I read, I say, if they catch you, it's two things that can happen. If the guy on customs over there is good, as soon as they scan, they are gonna see, and then they will tell you you cannot have that in your suitcase, because it happened. It happened to me one day that I brought like a 500 cigars or whatever, but it was 500 of us, with 505 people of us, and it was all the cigars on my suitcase. So they saw the 5 tickets coming to Fort Lauderdale, and to Miami, and it was okay. Or they can be assholes and let you pass, call United States Customs and say, this guy in this flight, in this seat, is bringing Cuban cigars. So they make points with the United States, and then you will be in the blacklist. So you cannot do that anymore. But if you did it before and it's yours, you can do whatever you want. So nobody is going to knock in the door and take it from you. But it's the same. It's the same. But best cigars ever? No. But they were. They were because, when it was nothing else, the best TV ever, it was the black and white that I had to go with my broom to change the channels. It was not color. It was the best one, Now we have color in cigars, you know what I mean?
That is a wonderful analogy. I love that.
Yeah. How many?
O's and Houstons.
You know what? Just for that, I'm going to leave you for the giveaway. Smartass. Yeah. That's what you have to do.
Thank you, man.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe, people.
So, Ish, let me ask you this.
Go for it.
What was your reasoning for starting at fucking 7 a.m. First of all, what was your reason behind this?
To piss you guys off.
Yeah,
well done. No,
I am so fucked up out of my routine. I still got to go to the gym. I got to walk the dogs.
But I tell you why. It is every podcast is between 6 and 8 o'clock, Monday to Friday or whatever. Sometimes Thursdays is the worst because you have 2 or 3 simultaneously at the same time. Wednesdays, we have Deadpool. Then you have, as soon as you finish, whoever is member of the TPA is TPA meeting. If not, you go to the after party with the clowns. So you just stepping in each other's food. So I don't want to do that. Nobody's doing Monday. And Monday, actually, even if some people like Mondays, most people hate Mondays because, you can be still hangover or full from yesterday dinner or tired for the weekend, whatever is the case. So putting a smile, in people's faces when they commute to work or they having a coffee or they, whatever. People don't have to be watching. Or in my case, yes, so they can read my lips. Otherwise, they will not understand what I say. But for you guys, they can go, and listen with driving or whatever. So it's one way to know, even if it's no competition, is one way that you will not compete with nobody else. Nobody's going to do Monday mornings at all. So, and this is the second episode, or the first, because the one with the inauguration, and we have 30-something views at all the time. So only one in Facebook, looks like, or whatever it is, I don't know. But like I can see over here on YouTube is 29. And in Instagram, I don't even know. But it's different. Like you know me, I don't do things, not my ways. It's everything different.
Fair. That's fair.
Not at all.
At all, yeah. I will say, finding this retired life, weekends don't mean quite so much, except they get to hang out with my working friends. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And, when I was working, that's the only reason I wanted weekends off was so I could hang out with the other people. But otherwise, there's a time back in the old work life when I had middle of the week off, and at that time I was a big fisherman, and it was great because nobody was on the lakes. I would love it, nice and smooth. And, yeah.
It's only 36 entrants for this price. Yeah. Somebody's gonna miss. Could be you guys if you don't have that.
Come on, guys. I don't know what platform you're on, but get out there and Facebook, Instagram.
And another thing, it was funny because when I said, and I did it, AI did it for me. I just put the prompts and say like it will be, 1,000, it will be an amazing whatever or great. 5,000, it will be amazing, and 10,000, you need a passport or whatever. So I said, 7 o'clock in the morning, Monday. That's never gonna happen. It's gonna take 2 or 3 years to have 1,000 subscribers at least. Well, I just speak to the to the sky, and it came right back in my mouth. So here we are. Obviously, I'm not gonna complain about it, but yeah, I believe that Mondays is it's good. It's good. Why not?
Yeah.
Why
So
not?
don't. But remember, guys, don't go to work and don't go back to bed because you've got to be here when you win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
And it's only about 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, and we'll be rolling. We'll be rolling.
I guess that brings to question though, if John or I win, do we got to reach up and type "I'm here"?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, no, you don't, because you can say I'm here. This is good. It's good. You there? So it's proof. It's recording. So
Okay, just checking.
you can if you want to, but we are gonna see it, and so that's no problem. It's 45 seconds, guys, for the I'm here. Otherwise, it goes to next. And please be present because it's gonna roll over again. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You see, I'm supposed to be over here the host, and too early for me maybe, or
From
too
the
late,
comfort of the bed.
or too late
Yeah.
already, to do questions. But yeah, guys. So what you obviously is another thing that people will ask you, and all depends if it's the morning, afternoon, or whatever. And pairing. I don't like to talk about pairing. What you pairing with your pairing is whatever you want. But what is your beverage of choice at night, for instance? I know yours, Gary, is gonna be a.
Well,
But now
two.
you put
I have
lime in
two.
that Papa Chico, or
I
no?
don't. Well,
Of the
so
cigar.
if I have, when I have, can't find the Top Chico with the lime that's already got the hint of lime, um, and actually going to Panda, let me give a shameless advertisement for the TPA and the smoking event coming up in October 1st through 3rd. But I had the best time of my life in Florida at the Great Smoke as far as, but Panda found the cans of Topo Chico Touch of Lime with a hint of mint extract, and those are so good. And I don't drink alcohol, so I hope right now that I never have the opportunity to try to pair a cigar with bourbon, all these fancy bourbons they didn't have out when I was drinking. But a good coffee, Cuban coffee, I drink on a
It's no
daily
wine, guys.
basis.
It's coffee. I promise.
It's not wine. It's not wine. Ish does this and it turns to wine.
Only with water. Only with water.
I've been there for that. You are right.
It's amazing, guys, to watch that happen. Actually, so
Yeah. I'm easy. My favorite pairing, hands down, is my protein shakes. I love it, and 99 out of 100. I've got some of the Drifting Drams coffee in there. I've got special. I've got regular. I got regular coffees for during the day, but like for nighttime or like on the weekends, they're cigar blend. I have yet to find a cigar that doesn't pair well with that cigar blend coffee.
Yeah. I'm talking about the TPA, guys. So those that they don't know, the TPA, the Tobacco Products Association, mostly done for the consumer and media, and of course, retailers, wholesalers, distributors, factories, brands. But it will be like Gary will say, October 1st to the 3rd. On the 1st, it will be just Real Meat. And then the 2nd and the 3rd, which is Friday and Saturday, will be, the vendors over there. It's like 20 something of us already. And great prices for the entrance, super cheap. So you have more than you that you pay for anyways. And if you guys want to know more about it, it's tpa.rocks with an S /events. You can find everything over there. But guys, it's a few seconds. So let me not fuck it up and try to do this. Let's see what happened. Guys, you have 1 minute to put it in.
Yep.
Let me see. Share the screen.
Try one more time.
And It's not. What doesn't show? Doesn't show? That's kind of weird.
Don't
See the screen. I know. You see it's sharing. What is sharing? I don't see it. You guys see it?
don't see it.
No.
I know. See it's sharing. Let me stop. And let me do it again. That's kind of weird.
Don't see it. No.
Share the screen.
Gary, rumor has it that there may be some Beard Apothecary at the TPA event.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
let's do another shameless ad here. But I just received the most wonderful
Can you guys see it now?
box day before. No, sir. No, sir. Day before yesterday,
This is
and
weird.
you know
We'll
my
figure it out,
favorite
guys.
cheeky chops, dude. I love that stuff.
That's what I'm wearing. That's what I put on this morning.
What happened?
Saturday, and we had a great. The market down here, Soda City, is badass. We do a great. We have a great time down there. We're the only beard care company there, and we actually got hit up. We've got the photographer came over. He did a bunch of pictures. It's going to be on their. It's going to be on their page, coming up for more exposure. And then we got hit up from a monthly Renaissance fair that runs, and this round is going to be it's a live action role play, so it's a LARPing one. So, and I told my kids about it. They were like, "You are dressing up, right?" I'm like, first of all, it's gonna be a fucking 100 degrees. Dad's not dressing up, but I might have some props with me. I've got some swords and shit like that. There's a really good chance they're gonna come with me for this. So this is right. This is right in my wheelhouse. This is Nerd Central, and I am all in. As soon as the guy said it, I was like, "Yep, I'm in."
Guys, how he's saying anyone in the comments can see it because probably we cannot see it over here, but he says that he's sharing StreamYard.com right now.
No. Well, so I'm looking at us on my phone.
That's it
on YouTube, and I don't see it.
Val is all in.
That's the weirdest thing ever. So let me do two screens at the same time, and let's see what happens. Let me do this.
And Brent, I am with you. That bearded Swifty, I have so many people. That is our top seller right now, and I have so many people saying the same thing. They absolutely hate it for the name, but they absolutely love it.
Huh. Well, I didn't buy that, but I did get some Captain Pete, and you have to thank your brother Bernie for being
that Captain Pete
man.
is that Captain Pete is something else.
But so
I guess we are gonna go over an hour when I figure out this because I can see, but you guys cannot, and that's not how it's supposed to be. So let me stop sharing again. This is
Donnie said, "Ish, share the screen and then add to stage."
That's what I'm doing, but I can see it, but you guys for some reason you cannot. That is weird. Share the screen, yes. Share the screen.
Can you find the ad? Can you find the ad to stage? Not just the share the screen, but he said hit the add to stage button.
No, I did.
No,
you see,
it is not coming in.
It's not coming in. That's bullshit. We will figure it out, guys. So you can keep putting hashtags. The more that you put, the more that you win. So more chances. That's the beauty of life, right? Being live. And on my screen it says, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. It's because I have three other ones. I have Instagram open, but because if I close, people cannot see it.
Yep.
So that's kind of weird. So present or invite. I do this. Share the screen. Okay. Share the screen again. Okay. And I want to do. Well, if I do entire screen, let's try this just for a second. If it works or doesn't do. If I do this, we will see each other again. You see, if I do this, it's just
there it goes. It's going.
No, but it's us. So what I want to do is do the other one. That's kind of bullshit. Why it doesn't allow me to do? Let me take this up down. Stop the screen. You see, allow me with that one, but not with the bullshit. share the screen again. I want to have to record with my phone. What the fuck? Now I go to the studio. Oh, fucking A. I know what I was doing wrong, guys. I was doing it in Instagram. Here it goes.
Ah,
There it is.
What a dumbass. Okay, now let me do this like that again, because I have to press the button on the other page. So who has the timer? Or you want me to do a timer?
I got it.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so here we go, guys. 39 entrance. Let me know if it works. 3, 2, 1, go.
There it goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. The Cigar Outcast.
Are you here?
Cigar Outcast. Chime in.
Uh-oh.
Don't see him yet. There he is. He's here.
There he goes. Congratulations, man. That is great.
Congratulations.
Yes,
I have
send me your
such a
address. It will
resentment.
be leaving this week. I just waiting for this. This is the prototype, the new ones that come with the Banff. So as soon as it comes, I send it to you, which is coming in 2 days, I believe. And let me know your size of t-shirt. If I have it, it will be in the same package. If no, you will have
So,
to-
Ish, are you going to
Yeah.
have those? He's making you those cigar rests for your website.
Yeah.
What about the ashtrays?
the same thing.
So
Yeah.
you're going to have them both.
Yeah.
I know.
Are you
ashtrays and
Ish, you
cigar
making
rests
those?
I'm going to have.
No.
Yeah.
You're not making those.
No, I'm not making this much. No. It's Alex. Alex is the one that he did for the TPA, the one that did for Panda.
Okay.
It's good. Very good. Well, you can see. It's very nice.
Yeah. Big congratulations, Outcast.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
I do have a little bit of a resentment, but I'll get over it.
And for the record, there's a party at his house.
Yep.
We're all going smoking bam.
It's good. You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Okay, guys. So that was today's Monday. Hopefully you
It is
enjoy and
Yeah.
that's what happened.
What a great
So-
way to start the week.
Yeah, right?
Let's stay for a minute and let's finish this, guys. Catch you next Monday, 7 o'clock.
Good night, everybody. Or good morning.
Good morning.
Good night.